The Indiana Fever's season may be over, but Sophie Cunningham isn't holding back. In her end-of-season press conference, Cunningham called this year both amazing and inspiring, and a season from hell. She praised the fans and her teammates, but then firm turned her fire toward WNBA leadership. She accused league officials of failing players, ripping the officiating, and warning that the new CBA could even bring a lockout. Cunningham also opened up on her injury rehab, her future in Indiana, and why she's more motivated than ever to come back stronger. And now, we bring you Sophie Cunningham's full, raw interview. Stick around, and don't forget to subscribe for more exclusive WNBA coverage and Fever updates all season long.
With the world reaching out to us, it was truly awesome and inspiring, but it was also a season from hell, and hopefully this never happens again, because I think we are exhausted, when it's blow after blow, a whole bunch of other things going on, it's exhausting. And so for us to kind of be able to finally take a deep breath and know no one else is going to get injured is a huge break for us.
So you said after game 5, I got a lot on my mind.
Oh boy.
What particularly, in what direction was your mind racing at that junction?
I mean, everywhere. And I'm going to be good today. I am, because I'm just tired of our league. They need to step up and be better. Our leadership from top to bottom needs to be held accountable. I think that there are a lot of people in the position of powers in the WNBA who they might be really great business people, but they don't know shit about basketball. And that's got to change. I said I was going to be good and I just messed up. But I do. I think everyone's frustrated when NBA players from that side of things are reaching out to us, just like in awe of how terrible it is. Like, that's saying something. That is absolutely saying something when your counterpart is feeling bad for us because of how we're getting treated. I mean, come on. And that's from leadership. That's from I'll just leave it there. From our leadership, it's just bad. When fans and players, especially players, when we're competing at the highest level and it's like a battlefield out there, when we're agreeing on the court because of how awful the officials are, like that's saying something. Like, listen to us. We're not going to come for your heads, but I think there is room for improvement to change the criteria when the whole league is asking for it. But when the leadership isn't doing anything about it, why? And so I think there's just frustration. The game's not fun to watch because everyone's just trying to kill each other, because that's how you're going to survive. Otherwise, you get injured. I don't know. It just sucks. Our game is changing, and yeah, we want it to be physical, but at the same time, like, you still want to watch good basketball. And when they can't get that under control, it's not fun.
I don't want to keep you off your good streak, but you said no anything about basketball. Is there anything to that beyond officiating to you, or is that mostly?
You say what? I'm sorry.
You said that business people, but don't know anything about basketball. Is that a critique beyond officiating, or is that most of where that?
No, I think it's officiating for sure. I think that there's room for improvement there when, people are reaching, why is that a foul? Or why is that not upgraded? Or why is it not a foul? Well, the criteria says, the criteria needs to change, clearly. And I think that's kind of where, people are in position to change that, but they don't know basketball. Like, yeah, you've been around the game, but you haven't played. And, maybe that's on us players that after we're done, maybe we try to move into those positions so we can make the next generation better, so we can improve the game even when we're done. I don't know what that looks like, but I know that definitely needs to change. I think there's so much else, especially when it comes to the CBA, that our leadership on that side is just very poor. Very, very poor. And I think you guys, Nafisa hit it right on the head. I don't think I really need to go into detail, but that's just coming from one player, and that's probably 1% of what she knows. Right? So just imagine what the whole league really knows what's going on behind the scenes.
Argument, but where are you at health-wise? Do you expect
really good.
Do you think you'll be ready to go at any point this offseason, or by starting?
Oh, hell yeah, man. On a real note, I'm feeling really good. I definitely have turned a corner in my rehab. Feeling really good. And honestly, mentally, I'm doing well too. It is exhausting. You just can't do anything physically when the games are going on, except for encouraging and motivating and feeding confidence into your team. I'm just so proud of us for the continued fight. Honestly, the rehab room has been pretty fun because it's packed in there. So I'm glad I don't have to do that alone. but I'll be able to, really kind of get going in January. So it could have been a lot worse. So I'm thankful that it was just my MCL. But my rehab, I just had my doctor's appointment. I'm progressing quite quickly. And so I'm really happy about that. But I'm so bad at being patient, so I'm ready to kind of get going.
Yeah. Kind of when it comes to getting going, you posted after game 5.
I knew you were going to say that.
That, we're coming for everyone next season. Is it your hope that you stay in Indiana and come back?
I have loved being here. And I don't think that's news to anybody. I think that just being back in the Midwest and being around girls who you truly do love, like I've been in the league for 7 years and I've never been a part of a team like this. And so when you've been through this type of season together, when you're invested in each other's lives outside of basketball, of course you want to come back. I'm definitely going to be entertaining other teams, other offers. But my hope is, that I've had a great time here and I'd like to continue that. But I also think the new CBA, there's a lot on the line. And so I might be blonde, but I can't just not look at other opportunities.
I have to pivot back. You don't mind?
It's totally fine.
Kind of on the note of the CBA, how much are you aware of where things stand with talks and kind of what's your kind of impression of where things stand now? And then I'd follow up and sit there.
Yeah, we have a big call this afternoon, and I think that's going to give all of us players a much needed update. I have kind of just been locked in on getting healthy, to be honest, and making sure our team is where they need it to be. And so I kind of push that off to the side. I think a lot of us have kind of at this point in the season. But now the season's done, it's time to lock in on that. And I do know that the league came back and really gave us nothing. And so, there's a potential lockout because I promise you that we are not going to play until they give us what we deserve. And that's kind of where it's headed, unfortunately, which would be the dumbest basketball decision business-wise ever, considering the momentum the W has right now.
Is that a call just with all players or?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a second question. Saul, you comment specifically on the allegation that Kathy said about Caitlin. Didn't know if you wanted to expand on that or.
I think it was pretty self-explanatory. Not really a fan of our leadership in the W. I just think they're failing us as a league, definitely failing us as players. Everything Nafisa said, we all feel that way, and we're all going to back her. And I think it's pretty strong coming from her. I think a lot of us have been saying that, but when it comes from someone to that caliber of a player, that we're being serious. And so my comment on that, I think it's pretty shameful that she always makes it about her, Kathy, when it should have nothing to do with her.
Can I get my mic back? Thank you.
Hey, Sophie. I guess not being on the floor was tough. What did you enjoy the most about being in the sideline with the coaches, Chloe, Caitlin?
Yeah, like sideline when I was hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a great time over there. I think that we caused some ruckus over there, which was needed at times, probably not needed the majority of the time. But I think that's what makes this team so fun is that regardless of what we're going through, if it's injury, if it's personal stuff, that we always are just there for the betterment of the team. And I know you guys have heard us say multiple times, it's standard over feeling, it's we over me. But that's what's made it so fun is because we truly all kind of went 2 feet in with that. And sometimes that's what you need. When you're having a bad day of rehab or you got stuff going on, you just need your teammates to kind of lift you up. And so that's kind of what the bench mob was all about. We had a lot of fun. Of course, all of us hate being injured. Like, it just sucks being able to not do anything to help the team. But how freaking awesome that we got to be front row seats to watching girls that maybe no one knew about coming from overseas, picking up players that took on 5 Olympians, took them over, took them into overtime. And maybe if some calls went the other way, we could be in the finals right now. And so I'm just so proud of our team. It was a hell of a season, and it was quite fun being on the sideline, even though I gave the doctors a heart attack pretty much every time I jumped up and was cheering. So it was good.
Anything from you, Lou? You good now? Okay. Anything else? I'll go to John. Last one.
Yeah, just basketball as you finished with the highest 3-point shooting percentage of your career. I know it's kind of up and down along the way, but just how did you feel like you evolved over the course of this season?
Yeah, I think my story this season is, coming into training camp, I was in the best shape I've ever been in. I was shooting the shit out of it. training, to be honest. And then preseason game, when I hurt my ankle, that kind of sent me back a little bit. And when I really looked at it, and I was actually talking to the docs about this the other day, like it really kind of, even when I was playing, it took me a little bit to feel like myself. You know, that ankle injury, you can come back fast from it, but it takes a while to kind of get back in your groove. And so I definitely think that when I came back, I wasn't myself yet, but when I really was healthy this season, I think I played pretty well, and I did what I was supposed to do. You know, I'm a shooter, and so when you have people around you who are going to get you the ball when you're open, and all you have to do is make your shot, I think it was pretty fun, to be honest. But then got injured, and so my mindset truly is to get healthy. And this off season is going to be probably one of my best ones. I'm just so excited. I'm so motivated. I had a hell of a time when I was out on the court playing with these girls, and so I really don't know truly what the future holds. I don't know if I'm going to be back here, but I do know that my time here so far was pretty fun. So
Thanks.
thanks, guys. That was pretty good, huh?
Thank you.